Yeah, so hello everyone. So we are joined here today for the another our new session of the integration bootcamp. So welcome all. So I'm Aniket. So in the today's session specifically related to the integration bootcamp, we are covering the another new topic. So let's recap our particularly the last sessions that we have taken basically. So the last four sessions we have conducted under this integration bootcamp, and so we have learned about the basically the basic fundamental of JSON, XML, REST API, creating a REST API, calling the HTTP call out, like calling any external web services from Apex. Also, we have like last sessions we have covered about the particularly a name credential connected app or particularly, right? We have taken that. So now in the today's sessions is totally dedicated to the platform events. Okay, because platform event is like a more popular point-to-point integration, we can say feature which is available in on the Salesforce platform. So basically, a platform event, it is one of the we can say tool which is used for the integrating a Salesforce to Salesforce, or as well as the basically a Salesforce to the external system as well. Okay. So basically, a platform event is nothing but like object structures. We have to particularly publish the platform event, and then particularly it's like a publisher and the subscriber. Okay, means I will give you the one example is that let's say Salesforce is the broadcaster. Okay, and then other are the we can say receiver basically. Okay, receiver are there. So broadcaster will publish that particular event and receiver will receive that particular event. Okay. So this is nothing but a main, we can say the way of platform event works. Okay. So the platform event we have to publish. So in the today's session, I am going to show you how to particularly create a platform event. Then particularly how many ways like particularly you can publish the platform events. Okay, and the third one is that I'm going to show one demo with the MuleSoft. Okay, so I'm going to use the two org basically. One is the we can say publisher org, and second one is the subscriber org. Okay, and we are going to use MuleSoft as an integration layer. So in that particular MuleSoft, we will use for the receiving the events, platform events, and then once it is received, that particularly we will send back to the another org basically. Okay, so MuleSoft will work as an integration middleware layer to bridge these two org with the help of platform events. Okay. So that is nothing but so I have the two references for you that you can refer for the understanding of the platform event. So one is the from the Salesforce Ben, and second one is from the Apex hours basically. Okay. So it's like a event-driven architecture. I already told you that Salesforce is nothing but a broadcaster basically. So I can say here like as per the image, it's a producer, event bus are there, and then there are a event consumer. Okay, so this is nothing but the basic understanding of the platform event. Okay, so what are the platform events in Salesforce? Okay, so platform events exchange the data in the real time with within the Salesforce platform and between the Salesforce and the external platform basically. Okay, so there are event producer, event bus, and event consumer. Event producer means event producer creates an event. Okay, so let me just open the notepad. I will give you the idea how particularly we are covering the demo. Okay, so basically we are I can say I will give you the name called as a producer. Okay, that is nothing but our org one. Okay, and then we have the particularly a consumer, that is nothing but our org 2. Okay, and the event bus, the event gets added on the event bus, also known as channel. which operates as a queue within the strict chronological order and executes each event after that particularly. Okay. So this is nothing but a one demo that we are going to see. Okay. And basically we are using a MuleSoft to listen that particularly event. Once it is listened, after that we will particularly extract the data which is coming from the producer, and then we will send back to the consumer. Okay. Okay, this is the we are going to see here. Okay, I will show you with the help of AnyPoint Studio. Let's jump to the org. So basically a platform event. So if you want to create a platform event, basically, so you have to go to the setup window. In the setup window itself, you will get a platform. If you search a platform events here, okay, so you will get a platform event. Okay, I have already created one platform event, but I will show you how to create a platform events. Okay. So the basic definition of a platform event is nothing but exchanging a data bit within the Salesforce platform or a particularly Salesforce to the external platform. Okay. That is nothing but a platform event. And now the platform event integrations will be like a more popular basically when you need to connect with the particularly external system. Okay. Means you have to particularly send the data from Salesforce to the another system. So sometimes, like say, MuleSoft will be act as a middleware, as a we can say integration layer, and the particularly MuleSoft have the itself have the connectors available, and with the help of that connectors you can particularly listen that particularly events, and then whenever you need to send it particularly any Salesforce org or any particularly other system, ETL systems or whatever are there, right? Or even the some other REST API as well, you can particularly use that. Okay. So how to create a platform event? So you have to just go to the setup window. You have to click on the new platform event. Platform event structure, it's like an object structure, right? More like as an administrator, we are aware about that, how to create objects, right? So it's like object structure, means platform event will act like a objects. You have to create, and then you can create a fields as well. Fields is nothing but we can say the data, or we can say payload of that particular platform event. Okay. So let's say, for example, I'm giving one example to you. Let's say, so particularly send a contact data. This is just an example. Okay. Similar like objects you have to create. Then description. You have to be an event type. Event type is a we can say the one parameter which will be there. So it is a by default as a high volume. I will give you the idea about event type as well. It's related to the let's say new platform events are the high volume and handle the delivery of millions of events per day. Okay, so it is like a particularly platform events publishing allocation. Okay, means obviously we are working on the multi-tenant architecture, like multi-tenant environment. So obviously we have to every time the real time there are multiple integrations as happening, right? So this is nothing but we can say the event allocations are there. So high volume, it is nothing but a platform event. Hourly publishing allocation, so its allocation is 50,000, means 50,000 we can particularly publish. Okay. And platform event and change event daily delivery allocation, so it is we can say also 10,000. So it is kind of a particularly limited. So platform events type is working in the high volume model. Okay. And the published behavior, there are two types of published behavior. Okay. Indicates when the platform event message is published in the Lightning platform transaction. So Salesforce have the Lightning platform transaction. So in that particularly, if you just go to the Lightning platform transaction, okay, I think let me go back again to the org. So there are two options are available here. Basically, one is a publish after commit. Publish after commit means particularly, okay, let's say to have the event messages published only after the transaction is commit successfully. Means you have to commit that particularly I can say the platform event. Okay. So to publish that particularly, we can use a flow as well. We can use a Apex as well. There are multiple, we can say, ways to particularly publish the platform event. Okay, as I said, the platform events, it's work like a objects form. Okay, objects and records form. So obviously, if you want to particularly, so I'm using the flow basically. You can use there are Apex library classes and methods are also available to publish the platform events. Okay, I will show you the via flow as well. Okay, we have to just create the record and then particularly will publish. Then publish immediately to have to event message publish when the publish call is executed, regardless whether the transaction is serviced. Okay, so there are two options. As per your requirement, you can particularly choose the publish behavior of the platform event. So I'm choosing publish after, we can say, commit. Okay, means commit means we will create a particularly record or something, and then we will publish it via some mechanism. Deployment status. So this is the way to create a platform event in your Salesforce org. Yeah. Once it is created, it's a similar structure like objects. If you see here, there are standard fields, there are custom fields, triggers. Also, you can use Apex triggers as well, right? I already showed that Apex triggers are there for publishing. Then triggers is also used basically to, we can say, even in your internal, means your Salesforce to Salesforce internal as well, you can particularly process. Okay. And then subscriptions are there. Okay. So you can create a custom fields as well. Platform events allows you to create a custom fields, and then you can use that custom fields to transfer the data. Okay, so particularly you can use that to do that. Okay, so there are for now in the platform events, so there are some less type of data types are supported. So checkbox, date type, number, text and text area, long. So these are the only supported data types are available that you can particularly use in the platform events. Okay, so for the demo purpose, actually, I have already created the one, we can say, platform event. Okay. So, and platform event indication will be a API name will be appended as a E. Okay. In custom objects, we have __ C. For the platform events, we have the basically __ E. It will be a dedicated. We have a standard field as well, like created by, created date, event UUID, reply ID. Also, you can create a custom field as per your requirement. Okay. So for the platform event, this is the only basic thing. Okay. The main thing is that platform event is used to exchange the data within the Salesforce. Okay. Means either you can use internally as well, means one Salesforce org to same Salesforce org. You can publish the event and you can write triggers to use the logic. Okay. Another thing is that you can use a Salesforce to Salesforce as well. Okay, particularly, so for the Salesforce to Salesforce, obviously you have to publish one from one or two, and then you have to receive to the another org. But for the middleware, you have to use a particularly any system. Okay, so I'm going to show you the same demo in the today's session as well. Okay, so for the platform events, what I did, I have created, I will show you what particularly the use case that I have prepared for the this platform events. Okay. So my use case is once account record is created. Okay, account is a standard object. Okay, particularly, we will publish the platform event. Okay, platform event via flow. Okay, and then particularly we are using a MuleSoft basically. Okay, so we have created the basically a flow. Okay, Mule flow basically to listen the I can say as a listener for that event. Okay, and then fourth one is that we can say we are sending the received data from event to another Salesforce org. Okay. So this is the use case that we are covering. Okay. So what I did, once account record is created, we will publish the platform event. So we are using a flow basically. Let me show you the flow. Let me go back to the basically a flows option. So I have created the one record trigger flow. Okay. Whenever the account record is created, if you see the account record is created, there is no entry condition. You can specify entry condition as per your requirement. This is the after update flow. So I just created the basic flow account. Whenever the account record is created, what I will do, I am creating a record of platform event. So basically in the flow has a more powerful tool you can create. So I have created the platform event, right? I already showed you. Let me just go to the platform event again. So this is my platform event name, account record. Okay. See, if you see here account record, and if you see the naming conventions here, underscore, it means it is indicating as a platform event. So what I'm doing, once the account record is created, immediately I'm creating a record of account record. Account record means we can say platform event record. Okay. Whenever the account record is created, I am creating a platform event record. Okay. And in the platform event, I have already created the two custom fields called as account name and account website. Okay, these are the basically two fields I have created. And what I am doing, whatever the account is created from, we are capturing that account name and account website, and we are storing into the platform event record. And once that particular platform event record is created, this is the, we can say, the option for the publish after commit. Means once we are creating a record, means once a record is created via flow, okay, that particular platform event will publish after commit. So we are doing a commit operations, means we are creating a record of a platform event. Okay, so this is the basic we can say we are doing. Platform event creation and platform event is not difficult. It's quite easy, similar like objects. Okay, the major thing that you have to work as a, we can say, the integration perspective, what you are using as a middleware and all. Okay, particularly. So now we will publish the event via flow. So I am using a create record operation as a for a committing a platform event. Okay, and then the third one is that MuleSoft. We have created a Mule flow. Let me show you. Let me go to the MuleSoft Anypoint Studio. Okay. So if you see here, this is the MuleSoft Anypoint Studio. Okay. So I have created the one, we can say, Mule project here. And if you see, let me just show you the message flow. This is the, we can say, Anypoint Studio. If you are not aware about the MuleSoft or Anypoint Studio, don't worry about that. So basically, a MuleSoft developer's responsibility is to particularly create this flow and all. Okay, I will give you the idea how particularly this is are working basically. Okay, so in the MuleSoft itself, there are multiple connectors and we can say are available. So similar like if you have the such type of requirement, okay, just a second, I'm waiting for the person who are joining the session. Okay, no issues particularly, so it will work. So yeah, let me jump to the now. So in the MuleSoft itself, there is a subscribe channel listener. Okay, so there is a one basically a one connector is available. Okay, so in the connector itself, there is a I am showing to you here is okay. Let me just show you. Okay, so if you see here, subscribe channel listener. Okay, so if you search in the Salesforce itself, though there is a okay subscribe channel listener. So this is nothing but I can say particularly the one connector are available for the subscribing the channels. Okay, so I already told you in the starting of the session is that like it works like a we can say channel as a middleware channel basically, and you have to particularly listen that. Okay, and even itself here, if you see, okay, if you see here, we have configured the event listener. Okay, so let me just show you the connector configuration. Okay, so in the connector configuration I have used the username. If you see here, this is my particularly the username, this is my password, and this is the security token. So we can say this is the responsibility of the MuleSoft developer to particularly you, and you have to pass on this credential, because obviously with the help of these credentials, they will connect with that particular platform event. Okay, so that is more important. So we are using just basic authentication because we are using a MuleSoft as a we can say integration layer middleware. Okay, so that's why if you see, this is my integration bootcamp or credential username, this is a password, this is the security token. Okay, and this is just a particularly we are using. And once and if you see here, this is the platform event. See here, this is the one platform event. This is the same API name /event/account record /e. Okay, so this is the particularly we are using, and the same platform event is we have created here. Let me just go back to the platform event. See this one. This is the platform event API. So we are used this in the we can say connector configuration. Okay, this is we are using connect, and once this particularly the event was received, we are creating a post create account. Okay, so after that this particular flow will execute, and once this flow will execute, what we are doing, we are receiving the JSON, right? It will be a work in the form of JSON. Actually, I will show you. Let me show you the payload here. If you see here, payload is here. See, account underscore name underscore C, account underscore website underscore C. This is the payload we are returning, right? Under the payload, data payload, and if you see, so we have already created the fields. If you see account name, and we are passing the data. If you see here on the flow itself, whatever the account record is creating, name and website, we are storing into that custom fields of the platform events. And the same as a payload, it is coming into the MuleSoft flow. Okay, and once it is there, particularly we are using the another one connector, Salesforce connector, that is a create basically a create. Okay, there is another one Salesforce connector for create. This is also used for the creating a record into the Salesforce org. Okay, so here as well we have used the another Salesforce org. So let me show you the connector configuration. This is my another org. Huh? If you see here, username and password are different. Okay, let me show you. This is the another username of the another org. Okay, so this is my particularly another org. Okay, if you see here, SK Softtech, this is the another Salesforce org. Okay, and now this is the another org which I am using here. Okay, this is the Bootcamp integration org. So these are the both are the two different org. Okay, both are the two different org basically. So what we are doing here, we are using a platform point-to-point integration. Means once account record is created, we are publishing the platform event. Means we are creating a record of platform events. That is the publish after commit. That is the behavior, publish behavior of that platform event. And then we are using a MuleSoft. So we have created a Mule flow to listen that as a listener of for that event. And once that listen is there, we are sending a received data from event to the another Salesforce org. So we have configured the another Salesforce org basically with the help of basic authentication. So here actually there are multiple things that you can use, like OAuth 2.0, JWT, username and password, and SAML are there. And the one thing is that this is the platform event session, but definitely in the next upcoming sessions we are covering the another one with the Java application as well for name, credentials and all. Okay, so don't worry about that. We are going to cover that things. Okay, this today's session is totally dedicated for the platform events importance. Okay, so I use that. So this is nothing but a message flow that I have created basically. So once it is received, this particularly flow will execute, and then this payload will send to the another org. Okay, so I will show you the demo, live demo. This is my bootcamp org, right? So I'm just creating an account here. Okay, so let's say integration bootcamp platform event test. Okay, this is just an example. I'm using www.sfdcblogger.com. Okay, this is the particularly these two we are using. If you see here, I'm just created two fields, name and website, and from the flow itself I'm mapping the name and website. Once it is created, it will, so I have already deployed this particular Mule flow at the any point platform. Okay, this is the, we can say, cloud-based platforms are there. So currently I'm facing some Java related issue in the current system, so that's why I'm not able to show you the debug log here, but we have already deployed this MuleSoft we can say project to the cloud hub, actually not the cloud, so on the Anyplan platform. Okay, and that is already are there live. Okay, and the same flow are using. Okay, and once this particularly save, this flow will execute, and this flow will create a record of platform event. That is nothing but we can say default feature, or the we can say publish after commits. So this platform event will automatically publish, and then this MuleSoft flow will get executed, and then once it is received, the account payload will be converted, and then this same data will send to the another org. I have already shown you the connector configuration that I am using the another Salesforce org credential. Okay, here as a sending a data which is received from the one org. Okay, let me show you. Let me go here. I'm clicking save. Okay, just clicking save. Record is done. So if you see here, there is no record is created. If you see here, there is no new record is here, right? Now let me just refresh the page. Okay, if you see here, account record is created. Integration Bootcamp platform event test. See, this is the different org. Huh? This is the different org. SK Softtech. This is the different org. Okay, I'm using a different another org. And if you see here, blog website is also created. And I'm using, this is the Bootcamp org. This is the main org, we can say. This is the main source org, and then from this source org, we are publishing the platform event. Once the platform event is published, this is nothing but we can say target org where this is. So we are use the we can say MuleSoft as a we can say integration layer, middleware integration layer. Okay, and we are using the we can say standard connectors are available out there. Sometimes what happens, sometimes you have, instead of Salesforce, you have to send to the another system. So you have to use the Apex callout, right? Normal any API callout. Let's say you are sending to the any ETL system, any Java-based application. So you can use the we can say instead of Salesforce connectors, you can use a normal HTTP connectors, right? HTTP request, HTTP listener, right? So these are the we can say HTTP based we can say connectors are available that you can particularly are there. Okay. So this is nothing but a particularly platform event demo that we are using. So particularly you can use and refer these Apex servers and Salesforce bin articles as well to particularly do that. Okay. So I will just go through the this article basically. Event producer, system, event bus for transfer, and event consumer. These are the, we can say, the architecture with the platform events that particularly are there. Okay. So event producer, so we have used this org as an event producer. Okay. And then event transport are there. That is nothing but event bus, and then event consumers. Okay. Event consumers can consist of processes, that is flows, Apex, Comet ID are there. Okay. Streaming API. Platform event trigger flow is also there. Launches when the platform event is received. So you can use a this platform event trigger flow as well. Okay, that is also are there. Okay, event producer, you can use a processes, means process builder, flows, Apex or API to publish that platform event, and then through the event bus, event transport, that particularly will be received by the consumer. Okay. So event bus, event message, publisher, consumer, and window. Okay, these are the, we can say, terminologies used for the platform event basically. Event bus is nothing but operating as a queue. Okay, events that change that needs to be a broadcast. Event configuration including fields and relationship that I already showed you. This is the platform event. Okay, then event messages, notification contains information about specific event. Publisher, internal external apps has pushed the events. Okay, that is, we have used the flow to publish that event. Consumer can subscribe the events. The moment that events get put on the event bus, the event consumer get notified. Okay, seriously. So we are used the MuleSoft, and we have used the subscribe channel connector basically with the help of the Salesforce credential, and we are using for the listener. Okay. So I have given the same example here. So similar example which is mentioned in the this particular reference material. Create lead, assign, then qualify lead. It will automatically qualify lead, and once that lead conversion, create account. So this is kind of one example that you can use it. Okay. So this is about the particular. I will share this reference documents as well for this one. So this is about the today's session about the particularly the events, platform events. In the next session, which is happening on the next weekend, actually on the same day. So we are going to talk about the particularly how we can integrate with the other platforms, and how we can use the name credentials and connected up with the real-time examples. Okay. So this is about today. I'm done from the today's sites. Today's session. We will continue in the next session. Okay. So you can watch out the platform events part. If you have any questions, you can reach out on our discussion forums as well. Okay. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining.